Well, welcome. You clicked on this video and here you are listening to me here today. But let me ask you, why? Maybe it was a credible friend who shared this video with you whom you trust is not going to be wasting your time. Or maybe it is that you already have watched my videos before and you come here because you respect my thoughts. And for that, I am greatly honored. But let's just be honest here about this for a second. If you for a moment thought that I am extremely uncredible, that I just speak falsehoods, or that just now and then I'd say something that's right, you wouldn't really waste your time coming here listening to what I have to say. That even if you don't agree with me on everything, we don't have to, right? But if we agree on the important things, and you trust what I have to say, and that I act with my best efforts to bring you credible information, that is enough for most people. But I want to submit to you, brothers and sisters, what if today my track record of credibility started becoming one that is just filled with assumptions about things? And I start making a lot of mistakes. You catch me proclaiming falsehoods left and right, theory after theory that I present to you as absolutely true, but comes out as being proven to be false. What would that do to you? Well, you'll stop listening. People will stop listening, and the witness of God would be hurt because I am associated with him as a believer. And this is a big deal. Why am I talking about this? Because believers around the world are facing a temptation right now. There is something that our enemy, Satan, is trying to put on us in order for the world to close their eyes and turn their ears away from the truth. The enemy is trying to take our credibility from us. He is trying to use us against ourselves. Brothers and sisters, we have youth today, for example, turning away from God. And there's many reasons for this. But one of the reasons that are often shared is that they cannot trust their parents or religious leaderships anymore because of the things that are proclaimed as truth that are later coming out as verifiably false. Now, it's one thing to have someone turn away their ear from the truth because they don't like what the truth is, or they are lied about what truth is, and they erroneously think what you say is not true. That is one thing. But it is another to actually be wrong about what you're saying, and for someone to turn away from God because you're wrong about what you're saying. See, so oftentimes, believers are now being caught not following the Bible's protocol of evidence of 2 to 3 witnesses. See, throughout the scriptures, God comes and he tells us, you're not allowed to come and just decide for yourself on the evidence. Even if someone comes and says, this is true, you cannot take that as truth. God actually demands that we take the evidence of at least 2 to 3 eyewitnesses before establishing a matter. And I'm not talking about, when I say eyewitnesses, I'm not talking about 2 to 3 people who've heard it from 2 to 3 others. I'm talking about eyewitnesses. You see, Yeshua's primary problem with the Pharisees who tried to stone that adulterous woman was that they wanted to do so, among other issues, without having their 2 to 3 eyewitnesses presented there. And that is why he condemned their actions. See, we are facing the same fault today of wanting to be quick to drag someone before someone else and point a finger at them. the conduct of those certain Pharisees, whether they were more concerned with pointing the finger by making a rash conclusion that fits their narrative of what they want to be true. They were more concerned about that than about what is truth. See, there's nothing wrong with being open-minded. There's nothing wrong with questioning mainstream narrative. There's nothing wrong with being cautious about believing just about anything. If we take something as conclusive evidence, just because who that evidence condemns is someone we already don't like, that is biblically erroneous. Conclusive evidence can only be attained by evaluating evidence that is conclusive. In other words, not just hearsay, not just even a witness, but when an array of evidence comes together to give us the ability to conclude a matter. And see, I'm so careful about this. Like you guys don't have me coming on here just every week spouting the next conspiracy theory and the next thing that I think may or may not happen, or this or this or this or that thing, or what I've heard from this or that person. Like we have to be more careful than that. And even when we just share something, we as a believer, right, we hit share on that next Facebook thing or this or that thing. Because we're believers, we're immediately associated with Yeshua. And if we shared something that turns out to be false, guess what? We hurt the witness of the gospel. You will stand before God with that post next to you one day. You know, people, they laugh at me like, Peter, are you serious? Like, yeah, I actually believe that what the word says, where it says that for every idle word that we speak, we will be judged, justified, and condemned. Now, if that's the truth, then man, every Facebook post I share, that means that I'm going to be judged for that, either justified or condemned. And because I have the fear of the Lord in me, I have become way more careful about just what I share and what I tell. And when you become very careful about this, you will find people will be more eager to hear what you have to say. See, if you're someone who just shares whatever without making sure about what is fact, if you're going to be so careful, you're going to start creating a credible character around you. People are going to be like, wow, he or she, they're credible. And whenever you speak, they're going to incline their ear to listen because they trust you. But when you just say whatever and you're right just half the time or even just 3/4 of the time, but you're wrong 1/4 of the time, that is too much. That you're wrong. And people are going to be like, well, yeah, there they go again. They're not going to incline their ear to carefully listen to what you have to say because they don't trust you, because your track record has been damaged. Even a broken clock is right but once a day. But how often are you right about a matter? I just want to leave you with that thought. Father, I pray, Lord, that you would put in us the fear of the Lord and help us, Lord, to be credible in everything we research and share with others, so that we may never be someone who hurts your witness because we were wrong about something. Father, I pray all this in the name of Yeshua. Thank you for being with us here today. If this teaching has blessed you, consider sharing it and like it and subscribe to join the Rise on Fire family. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Shalom.